Welcome back to Supers Live. If you missed that one, you missed a pretty good race, at least up front. And you missed a first time winner being able to pull it off. A race that he's been trying for quite some time to win has always been snake bit in this 100 lapper. Uh, All time super starts over 600 or close to 600. Driver hails from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. Steady Steve Callahan. If this were on camera and we could see you in your house right now, we'd know the smile would go ear to ear. This one was a big one for you to check off. You've won a lot of big ones here. Finally, it's over and done with. But I gotta ask, what was going through your mind the last 5 laps of that race?
Thanks, Bob. Well, first of all, I was thinking, okay, how am I going to screw this up? And then I was just, I don't know, I'm kind of speechless. This is this was so cool, man. That was tough. That was tough. All the other times I tried to be patient and save the car and everything, and this race I said that hasn't worked, so I'm just going to go for it. So I just tried to go all out the whole race. Got a little bit of damage there in the middle of the race. Came up on the 42, and I tried to guess where he was going, and got a little bump. And it took about a tenth out of the car. And then I know you and Keith were right there the whole time. I could hear you, and I could feel Keith sometimes. But it was cool having a teammate behind me. I knew he'd run me real clean, but he'd also run me real hard. So yeah, you guys made me work for it tonight.
It even looked like the car even got worse towards, just past the halfway. It looked like Keith was really starting to put the pressure on you. A couple times the car pushed up pretty bad in turn 3 and 4. Which end of the racetrack was better for you and feel more comfortable at?
1 and 2. I've always been better than 1 and 2, and then yeah, with a little bit of damage and the wear on the tires, yeah, 3 and 4 got kind of rough. So I just tried to keep it as low as possible. And there towards the end, I was trying to make the car pretty wide. So um, I didn't want to give him the outside lane because I saw the past couple nights he's almost got it figured out, and I knew if he was going to get me, it had to be on the outside. But but yeah, it was just cool, man. We're all right there the whole 100 laps, man. That's nuts, man. I'm out of breath, and my hands started to get numb there the last 5 laps, and squeezing the wheel too tight. But we made it through. We finally broke through on this one.
What a couple of days here. Swept it all. I think not running the fastest lap tonight or having fast time, but a win last night, a win tonight, fastest lap last night. It's been a good couple of days at your home track at Sandusky. I know you got some people that you're pretty happy that support you, and you want to give them a shout out here from Super's Victory Lane.
Oh yeah, yeah. First of all, I want to say it's an honor to win. The Terry Gibson Memorial. A race that has a family name that's done so much for the sport and given their life to the sport. It's very very humbling, very cool deal. And want to thank my teammate for Keith Powell for always helping me out in R Factor and even in heat here. Trying to tell me little things to do in heat. And just thank you guys. Thank Rob with first to finish servers. Another flawless night, 100 laps, no glitches, nothing. Kevin, Breeze Graphics, Airbag Studios. I'm sure he's going to make this one look really good on the replay and the broadcast. And thank Cindy, Icing's on top, for doing the Rookie of the Year and doing all the little special gifts and everything. And check her out on Facebook. It's a place to go for all your specialty cakes. And just thank you, Bobby, and everybody at Supers. Brad taking care of all the numbers and stats and everything. Just all you guys. It's great racing with you. I really wish I could do a full season, but every time I race, man, it's always fun. Even the bad nights are fun. It's cool hanging out with all you guys. So thank you very much.
Steady Steve Callahan. Well, Steve, I've got somebody stepping up here in the broadcast booth right now that wants to say hello and tell you congratulations. Your teammate Keith put one on you, pal. Raced you throughout the race, Keith. Here's your chance to tell your teammate how proud you are of him to be able to finally pull this one off.
Oh man, I'm tickled to death. It's the most excited second place I ever had. I mean, congrats, buddy. We've been wanting this for a long time. Me and Steve both has been wanting this race. Uh, the 200 at Oswego, the Classic, means a lot to me. Maybe not as much to Steve, but this one over the years meant a lot to both of us. And seems like we've always been fast, but just couldn't finish one out. And boy, he showed up and he sweeped it. That boy looked good out there, and he was fast. But congrats to you too, Bobby, on third place. I just could not shake you, and it got to the point that I was gonna try my teammate, and I thought I knew where I could, but it was really hard to make a run at him with you right there on my bumper, and then going to the outside of us in lap traffic. I thought, oh, he's going to get both of us at one point. But congrats, Steve. Good job, buddy. Congrats to you, Bobby. A heck of a run tonight.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Keith. Great job out there tonight for CPR Motorsports. The Ohio boys doing pretty well in Ohio. Steve Callahan becomes the first Ohio driver to win the Terry Gibson Memorial 100 at their home track of Sandusky, Ohio, the North Coast home of the Supermodifieds, and a great way to cap off 2 good nights of racing here on the SUPRS Broadcasting Network. We want to remind you that we're staying in Ohio for next week's race. It's the Buckeye 50 at Mansfield Motorsports Park, and we've got an exciting one, R-Factor Super Modified Sim race coming at you next week. And, you know, the last couple of years, that particular race has been just as exciting, going right down to the wire. Keith Powell running right to the wire last year, almost winning it, and then crashing at the finish line with Derek Backus. It's just been some great racing on that high bank, high speed racetrack in Mansfield, Ohio. So we hope that you'll join us next week, 9 o'clock, SUPRS Live at 9 on Twitch and SUPRS Live on supers.net. We want to say thanks to all of you for joining us here tonight on the SUPRS Broadcasting Network. We appreciate each and every one of you supporting SUPRS. Special thanks go out to Breeze Graphics, as well as First to Finish Race Servers. And we also want to say thank you to Icings on Top. Don't forget all of your donations go to the Dion Parish Memorial Benevolent Fund for Super Modifieds. You know, we don't ever want to have to run any of these memorial races, but when somebody gets injured or worse in Super Modified competition, SUPRS is there to stand up and make a donation to help the families get through those times of need. So if you make a donation, rest assured that every penny helps. Well, until next week for the Buckeye 50 at Mansfield, we're wrapping things up here at Sandusky Speedway in Sandusky, Ohio, saying congratulations to Steve Callahan, your winner of the 12th annual Terry Gibson Memorial at Sandusky Speedway. Until next week, I'm Bob Gangler, reminding all you to keep it wing side up and wheels to the ground.
And if you're going through it, I say do it with someone you love. I've been around a long time, in and out of love. But if you're gonna do it, I say do it with someone you love.